watching the fight, I thought he tapped when he had the guillotine at first. Questionable. I thought he tapped there. Definitely, you know, at the end of the round 2, you definitely tell he gave the thumbs up, and then I could see you mouthing, he's out, and he got up. Did you know when he got up that he was already out? Did you know he was done?
All right, listen here, brother. So I was told in the first question, I was told that he was tapping to the guillotine, but Joe Lauzon didn't want to tell me because he didn't want me to get emotional, I guess. I'm just squeezing for dear life. And like, you have bread and butter chokes and you just feel really good about. I don't know if I should direct this just to you or like everybody cares. But I had no clue. I just thought I had him because it was deep and he's just super tough. But if he tapped, then I guess, you know, it is what it is. The second round, I literally watched somebody finish a fight like that in PFL, and I was like, I really want to hit this. And I just told him that I've never done that even in a jiu-jitsu class, like slapping that down, hitting like the rear naked style guillotine. I think that's what it was. But it felt super deep, so I kept squeezing, trying to put my lat into it, and then I was like, oh god damn it. The round ended, and then he's wrestling the ref. I was like, oh wait, it did it. He is out. So that was that. It's kind of crazy. I mean, he's solid, man. You don't want to mess with that guy. I don't think anybody's putting him down. Can't get 2 on him. No way.
As soon as you knew the belt was off, you got pretty emotional in there. What has this last year been like for you? I know you were at the UFC, now you come over to Bellator.
Yeah, you know, it's tough because like I've never felt like I didn't belong on the world's biggest stage. Like I train with the best guys, like going over to Joe's each week, training with those guys. I mean, couldn't get better training partners, but I know at the same time when I train with them, that's where I belong. Like whether it's here or the UFC, I believe that if I'm going to compete at this stage in my life, it should be on a big platform. I know I'm good enough to do it. I got the opportunity here against a really good guy, and I think that guy could out-wrestle and beat guys that are in the UFC. It's just, I've had nights that weren't my night, and it is what it is. You know, I'm 31, I've been fighting for over 10 years now, and like, I love the sport. I don't have to do it. I own a gym, I have a family, but I love fighting. And if it's not gonna be right here or in like the UFC or like one or something like that, then it doesn't excite me enough to take so much time from my family and my gym. I want these big opportunities if I'm gonna do it at all. And I think I proved myself again, and I don't think I ever didn't belong where I'd been. I lost decisions and that's it. Never been put away, never been in trouble. You know, just people waste enough time to get decisions. It is what it is, but I think this is where I belong.
So is that really the mindset that you have right now? It's not just short-term wins and losses, it's more a journey, improving over time.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I had it in my head that, like, I was walking back and forth, talking to myself, saying, like, you know, this is my time, this is it, like, and I told myself that if I wasn't able to compete and do my job today and I were to lose, that I was gonna, I envisioned myself taking the gloves off. You never want to see yourself losing, but I saw, like, if I can't do it here, my management is amazing, and they were basically like, we could get you an easier fight. The UFC liked me, and they're, you know, get a couple easy wins outside the UFC, and they'd probably bring me back, but it didn't excite me, you know, and I could easily get easy fights, but I wanted this opportunity, and I got it, and I got to showcase my skills and got the finish. So.
What is your contract status for Bellator?
Non-existent. Yeah, you know, I had a good opportunity. I wrote on all my strength and conditioning workouts. I've been training for 11 months since my last fight. Just hoping for a chance. I'd write Bellator or bust on the top of it. Keep training, talking to my management, like, hey, can we make this happen, whatever, keep training. Every week show up to skill strength. Every Monday go to Joe's, train at my gym 6 days a week. Just keep training. You know, Joe did the same thing. He had it in mind that he was gonna fight again, and he wanted it, and it just didn't happen right away, but it was month after month of hard work, and then finally you get the opportunity, but you tell yourself and things come to fruition, you know, so this is what I wanted, and I worked really hard to get this opportunity, and when they called, we took it, and Top Game Management got me the best opportunity that we could possibly have, so.
I was talking to one of your teammates, and they described your jiu-jitsu as amazing, but you like to bang it out of the feet. You love war, you love blood and nose going the wrong direction. Is this something that, as you know, you said you want big, exciting fights, is this something where you're going to start focusing on implementing your jiu-jitsu more in the fight, or are you still going to want to swing and
I don't know, man. I'm crazy, man. I think Joe and Jay, my black belt instructor and brother and coach, Jay Mansell of Port City BJJ, you know, I was brought up on jiu-jitsu with him and Seacoast BJJ, and you know, I think they're all savages, and jiu-jitsu is in my blood, but like, clearly I like to fight. I don't go in there just looking to like, I mean, even on my back, you could probably be like, all right, let's set up a submission, but instead I'm trying to hammer fist the dude in the head as he's punching me in the jaw. It's like, well, it's probably not working out. Let's make this gesture into a meme later. funny, kind of.
What is
A gift, maybe.
You say you have this love of MMA, but you just said you have a gym, you have family, you don't need this to support yourself. So what do you love about this sport? It's brutal, pay's not that great, yet you basically go through hell 6 days a week. What is it about MMA that you just can't get rid of? It's almost like the mystery. You can't get rid of it.
I don't know, man. It's like you got bit by something, you know, and you can't shake it no matter what. You might not even want it, but like you can't get away from it. You know, like there are times like they're the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. And if I were to lose this fight, I'd be, you know, I mean, as terrible as it sounds, as much Joe hates people that cry, I'd be spending night after night crying, saying like, why me, whatever. And if I were to win, which I did, I'm gonna be super excited tonight. But the crazy thing is, tomorrow I'm like, all right, what's next? You know, it's like you can't. It's hard to just be satisfied. You know, you work so hard that you feel like, all right, well, I gotta prove myself again. Now what? But I gotta just go see my family, take care of my gym. My last fight, I actually didn't. My whole main training area was flooded out for my entire last camp, and we rebuilt, and the gym's amazing now, and we have more students than ever. And I just feel like timing wasn't perfect before, and now it is. You know, with the cross training with Joe, with all my friends from Port City coming to train with me, and my gym actually being established now. It's like I had times when I made my UFC debut where I'd show up to train and I'd have no training partners. I'd come in, I'd shadow box in a room alone. You know, and it's like a relatively new gym. It was what it was, but I feel like the time is perfect now. I'm not too old. Just 31. Just kind of stay busy, but I love the sport. I love training, so that'll never change. When I fight, I'll always be training.
Last question here. Being a pig owner before.
Yeah.
So for the people that are new to it, take us through the Photoshop work on the shirt. And I mean, I can understand like not getting a cat, but like dogs are, you know, fine too.
Yeah.
But take us through the kind of the life of being a pig owner, man. What's it all about?
So I've always loved pigs, and before I fought in Calgary, actually, I had a dog that was 13 that died like a couple weeks before we took off to fight in Calgary, and my wife told me that we could have a pig when she died because she was getting older, and then just boom, out of the blue, my dog died, and I was already in contact with somebody that had like a famous pig farm of mini pigs. She still is 80 pounds, which is awesome. If you don't like pigs, you should not have a pig because they're a goddamn handful. But I love her. So yeah.
Two real quick questions. Naming every gym. What's your gym's name?
Nos Dos MMA. NOSTOS. Thank you, Joe. Yeah. But my gym is amazing. Yes. But Port City BJJ, Lauzon MMA, Skill of Strength. Those places are incredible, and I spend a lot of time there. So.
Yeah, one more question. I got Joe Lauzon right over my left shoulder. He fought last week in Boston. Amazing performance. He's been a legend in the sport, legend especially in New England MMA. He's on the fence and he's going to fight again. Last week I asked every single fighter from New England what Joe Lauzon means to him. So same question to you. What does Joe Lauzon mean to you?
He means a lot, man. I've only, before my first ever UFC fight, I saw him before I got on the plane, and I didn't even know him yet. He was an incredibly nice guy, and he's like, listen, it's just a bigger stage, brighter lights, just go and get in a fight, and I took that to heart. He invites every single person that I train with to his gym every single week. Never would ever ask for a mat fee. He takes his time for no matter how new the people are. He doesn't seem like a fighter because he gives so much of his time and effort to everyone. But he focuses so much on getting the job done whenever it is his time. So nobody could be, I mean, everybody's so happy for that guy, this guy. I mean, nobody knows what he's going to do next except him and his coaches, but he knows more than anyone, you know, what it'll be, and he doesn't have anything to prove. But clearly he can go and put his hands in and choke people out still and elbow people to death. So he can fight as many times as he wants. It's just I think we don't want to see him take any more damage, you know. He's done it enough.
All right, thanks, Devin.
Thank you. I'll take that.